Today I'm going to bring you one of the Warriors Cat series books to you. You have two kinds of things, two kind of series of Warrior Cats. You have the regular one, and then you have the super editions. The super editions, they are more centered around a clan, a cat, and they kind of widen the scope of this world created by Erin Hunter. I have to say that I love these books. It's like they are my guilty pleasure. I love them to bits. It's like think of them like a Disney movie. When you're a kid, you see things on these movies, and you love the songs, and you love the music, and you love the animals, and you love everything. And when you see them again when you're older, you see lots of things that you didn't appreciate when you were a kid. And I think that these books are more or less the same. I also think that a more adult audience are going to love them because they treat lots of things, and yeah, they are not exactly, I don't know if they are exactly children books, honestly, because we have this feral group of cats. They live in different clans. So there's five before, now there are six, and they live in the forest, in the woods, and they encounter lots of things in their lives. So they can get run over by a car, they can get mauled by a dog, they can fight between them, and they can get hurt. There was a cat who fell and broke her spine, and she remained an invalid. So there is lots of things that I think are very powerful and very mature. So that's what makes me love them. I think kids will enjoy having this bunch of cats going into adventures and living in the forest. But there's lots of content also that will make adults love them. I love them, and yeah, there's lots of things going on this series. So I'm going to assume that you know more or less what they are about. As I said, there's these feral cats that live in the wood, and they're divided between warriors, which are the ones that hunt and provide for the group. You have the elders, that, as the name say, are the ones that they are retired, and they live, somebodying, and you have the kids who are exactly kids, and they get to be trained when they grow a bit older, and they call paws, and then they go on into being either warriors or medicine cats. Medicine cats, are the cats who take care of the illnesses, of the injuries, and also they commute with a Star Clan. Star Clan, it's the clan of the dead cats. When a cat dies, they go to Star Clan. It's like our beyond, more or less. And I love all these layers because medicine cats are more, I don't know, you can say they're like kind of shamans or something like that. So I have to say that I love it. In this book, we are going to have the cats fighting again for territory. There came a new clan, and they had to widen the borders, so the new cats could fit in the world. And now they are fighting because they're not used to having these new territories, and it's going to be winter zone, and prey is going to be scarce, and there's a lot of tensions going on. So we have Squirrelflight. She's the deputy of ThunderClan. She is her partner. It's Bumblestar. He's the leader of ThunderClan, and they are attending a meeting in which the tension is very high because the clans are fighting over territory, as I say. So Squirrel Flight comes with the idea of there is this territory that they haven't explored, and maybe they can use it. At the beginning, that happens at the very beginning, and you can see that Bramblesar isn't happy that she has spoken without consulting him first, because he thinks that it makes him appear weak in front of the other leaders. So there's going to be a strain going on in the relationship. Plus, she wants more kids. He isn't sure that he can attend the clan duty and the kids. So it's going to be a rift between them that's going to divide them. Because when Squirrelfly goes to explore this new territory, she found, sorry, that it's occupied by a group of cats, of she cats, called the Sisters. And I love this idea of these books bringing different ways of living. You have the warriors that live by the warrior code, that are hunters, as I say, and everything I say. And you also have the kitty pets. The kitty pets will be the domestic cats. And you have the rogues. The rogues are the cats who live by themselves without following the rules of the warrior clans. And then you also have now the sisters. And the sisters, as I say, is a group of she cats. It made me think about the Amazons, because when they have a kid that's a male, they take care of them until they have a certain age in which they are told they have to leave. So the males just roam the herd, and the females stay together and call each other sister, and they raise the kids all together. So yeah, it's very like Amazon-like. So there's going to be added friction between the cats because they want to chase the sisters away. But one of the sisters is pregnant and she wants to have her kittens. And she says that she's going to leave the territory once her kittens are strong enough to travel. So a Squirrelflight, wanting to have her own kids and all of that. She is very she's very comprehensive. She has lots of empathy, and she says, "Okay, we are going to wait." And there are other cats who also think they're going to wait, but there are other cats who are going to keep pressing during all the book, and they're going to even suggest to start a war to chase the sisters away so they can have the territory. So we are going to have lots of things going on in this book. We are going to have the tension between Squirrelflight and Bramblestar, because Bramblestar is torn between his duty as a leader. He has to protect his clan. He has to uphold the warrior code, and Squirrelflight is going to think that these sisters also have the chance and the right of this opportunity to remain where they are, and they're going to leave. They're going to offer the territory up, so they only have to wait. And they're going to have these, these confronting opinions that's going to divide them. And there's going to be lots of things going on personally for these cats too. They had a previous litter of kids, and one of their she cat babies is going to get pregnant, and there's going to be lots of things going on. We are going to be confronted with some deaths in this book. There is one of them that really struck a chord with me. It was very sad because, as I say, this series has been going on for quite some time, and you see kids when they are birthed and you follow their journeys, and when they die it's like you're missing a part of yourself because you have been following them, I don't know, for 10 books or something like that, and then they die and it's like, oh no, my god. And as I say, these authors are not squeamish about killing cats. It's not that they do that for a sport, but it's real. I mean, if you have feral cats, everyone knows that a feral cat has less chances to survive than a domestic cat. A feral cat has an expectancy of 5-7 years of life, while a domestic cat has 21. So, because there is lots of things that can go bad. They can get an allergy, an infection, can get run over, can get whatever. And in this book, all these things happen. So this is one of the things that I love, that they are real. The cats doesn't, have food rain over the heads or things like that. They go hungry, they die from hunger, they get infections. So yeah, they're very strong books. And when one cat dies, it's not something like, okay, it died, let's go on. No, it affects people. It affects the other cat. Here we are going to have a death that is going to affect another cat, and the other cat is going to decide that she doesn't want to keep on living. It's not like that she takes that decision, but she is grieving so hard that she doesn't even care for anything else, and she lets herself go to waste. And it's going to be very hard to watch that because it's very real. It's something that happens sometimes. When you lose someone, you spend some days in which you don't know what to do, and you only think about the things that could have gone differently if that person hadn't died. For these cats, it's the same. And also they have this ceremony in which they pay the respects to that cat and say what this cat represented for them, and it's very touching. And as I say, there were parts in this book that I was almost brought to tears. So I have to say that they did an amazing thing with this book. Also, this idea, we are going to be presented this idea of the sisters living in a different way from the warrior class. And I love this idea in which everyone is telling a Squirrelflight that she's a traitor because she defends how they are living, but she is doing only what she thinks is right, and she's trying to tell the other cats that the fact that the sisters are living in a different way, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's just different, and it doesn't prove anyone more right or more wrong. It's just, everyone does what they think it's best, and as long as it doesn't affect anyone else, they don't hurt anyone. And I think it's about inclusion and representation, and it's amazing to have that in a cat book. So yeah, I will recommend the Warrior Cats books to you. You haven't read it, you can go check in the webpage. If you look like Warrior Cats, Erin Hunter, you're going to have it listed because there's lots of books. Here in the end, you have a bit of a summary. You have the Brave Lands. It's about more or less like Lion King. And here you have the new series of the Warrior Cats, and all of these are the previous series. So as you can see, there's lots of books. So if you want to check it out, so check them out, do, because they are amazing. Also, you have the Survivors ones. They are about dogs, and I do kind of feel, I've read them all, that they are intended for a more younger target though. And you have the Seekers ones. I haven't read these ones, are about bears. So yeah, I will say check them out, because that they're very amazing to read, and they touch you. If you like cats and if you like animals, they're going to remind with you. So thank you for watching.